Hi, welcome back to What's Cooking at HEPL. My name is Heidi Harold. I'm a Public Services Librarian at Hamilton East Public Library. Today we are going to be cooking peanut curry from Vishwesh Bhatt's I Am From Here, Stories and Recipes from a Southern Chef. And please check out my blog post for my interview with Chef Bhatt, as well as pictures from a special dinner I attended in Lexington, Kentucky. So the first step is to boil 3 cups of raw peanuts in water on the stove for 25 minutes with 1 teaspoon of salt. Our next step is to take 1 cup of roasted unsalted peanuts. We're going to put that in the food processor and grind until it's as fine a powder as possible. Our next step is to take the coriander seeds and toast them on the stove for 2 minutes. And then we can grind them in a spice grinder or a small coffee grinder, or I used a mortar and pestle. Okay, so our peanuts are almost done cooking. Now we're going to take 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. I am using canola, and we are going to cook it on medium heat until it's shimmering. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons cumin, and then we're going to cook it until fragrant, which should be about 10 seconds. Our next step is to add 1 3/4 cup of red onion, and we're going to cook for 15 minutes over medium heat. So the peanuts are done cooking. I'm going to keep 1 1/2 cups of the liquid and then drain the peanuts. Our next step is to add the spices. Our first spice is 1 teaspoon of garam masala. We have a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and our coriander. And then we're just going to cook this for about 2 minutes until it darkens. Now we are going to add the ground peanuts and cook for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Now we can add 1/2 cup of coconut milk and the 1 1/2 cups of reserved liquid from the boiling peanuts. Now we're going to cook this 5 to 7 minutes until it's a thick gravy-like sauce. Next we'll add our boiled peanuts. Two teaspoons of lime juice, a 1/2 teaspoon of light brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon salt. Then we'll give this a stir, cover, and cook for 5 more minutes. Simmer for 5 more minutes. So it's been simmering for 5 minutes. Our next step is to turn off the heat, cover, and let sit for another 5 or 6 minutes so it can thicken and the flavors can meld. Chef Bhatt recommends serving this with rice or flatbread. I'm going to serve it with cumin rice. And then we can garnish with cilantro and serrano pepper.